Hello there and welcome to Sunday Morning Step Up. I am excited to see you here this morning. Let's have a look here. So for today, what we're going to do is we are going to make a couple cards. I am going to give you some tips and tricks in which you can use some scraps of just assorted cardstock that you have in your room, and we are going to do some step up with it. So we're going to do a simple layout, and then I'm going to take those strips and we are going to step it up a little. So I am so excited that good morning. Good morning, Gail. I love how everyone says good morning to everyone here in this community. So I'm excited to show you definitely a couple ideas that you can do with your strips of cardstock. So for today, we're going to be focusing on a bundle called Everyday Arches. I am going to pull that in, one of the images from Everyday Wishes. No, what's it called? Arched Wishes. This is a brand new one. So we're going to be pulling in one of the images in that stamp set for our first card. Then we're going to follow it through, and we may end up making 3. I have 2 that I have ready to go, but we might be able to get a third one in there. We'll just see how we can do. Okay. All right. Good morning. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here with me on a Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. It is Sunday Morning Step Up, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here in my craft room, which is in a bit of a state right now. I have been prepping like crazy. I have got the next set of, where is it? Here we are. The next set of fun folds ready to hit the mail tomorrow. So I was prepping, cutting, packaging, all ready to go for those of you who have been placing orders. I'm going to give one of these away actually live today during our little live during today. We're going to do a little comment winner. So one of you will be a lucky winner of my latest Funful class. So I'm excited to give that away. Good. We've got crafting, curling, and coffee. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I'm going to hop right to it today. I have got a whole bunch of strips of 3 3/4 by 3/8, and I'm going to have some fun with that. Now, I'm going to share with you a little something to make sure before you start creating. I'm going to head down to my workspace and I'm just going to show you, okay? It's so much better just to show you here. Let's go ahead on down. And these are the strips that you guys saw that I have got ready to go. So these are 3 3/4 inch by 3/8. And I thought this is perfect. I've got this is what I get for not, for using things for the first time in my lives. I thought, okay, perfect. So I've got this stamp set and I want to use for one of the cards, I want to use this You Are Simply Fantastic. I go and I grab all of my little arches here that come with this bundle. This is amazing. And you've probably seen many different samples out there with very cool things that you can do with all of these strips. All of these different size arches. Like, you can make some amazing fun folds with them and different layers. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to just keep it simple today. So I'm just going to grab one of these and I'm just going to, kind of guesstimate the size. And I'm like, that looks like that's going to be perfect, right? So, I cut and I pre-cut everything so that I'm somewhat organized for today. And then I go and I take out the stamp. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I take out the stamp. No, it wasn't that one. It was a smaller one. Let's see. And I realized that the stamp is only at 85% on here. So that meant that you can't go by, of course, the images on the front for your sizing because you're going to be off. So I want you to, when you're planning, and if you're just pulling out a stamp set and you're like, okay, that looks like it's going to be about the right size, make sure that you have a look here. This says images at 85%. This one, this was the original one that I was going to use here. And I pulled that out. It is massive because this is only at 80%. So I had cut all of the wrong size arches. So there you go. That's my first tip for you today, is have a look when you're planning. If you just see a stamp set, have a look and see. Some of them are at 100% because they want to be able to actually, you know, it is as shown, but some of them are actually smaller than the actual size. So that is my first little tip for you today. Okay. We're going to start with just doing some fun with some of the scraps first. And I'm going to pull in a couple new textures today. I've got two new textures. One that is coming out beginning of March, so in a couple days. And one that came out in this last little release, online release, the plaster, and again, haven't used them yet, the plaster painting 3D embossing folder. I'm going to use that one today. And then I'm going to pull out this gorgeous mini corrugated 3D folder, and we're going to use that one today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've got lots to show you. So I'm just going to start creating. How would that be? Sound like a plan? Hope you've all got a little something to enjoy, a little coffee or something as we create. And for some of you, you may have actually taken the time to quickly cut out a few little scraps, and you know, you can maybe possibly create along with me. Just want to make sure I've got some dark edges on my video. So let me just adjust. Nope, I don't want to go that way. Let's see. I just don't want any dark spots there. I think that is better. Okay, perfect. That's what I want. Okay, good, good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, this is a piece of 3 by, I think it's 4 3/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna be using some adhesive, some of our adhesive sheets today. So I'm going to pull off, let me just see here, a little layer. I'm hoping that I did this one right. Come on. Oh, I may have pulled it on the wrong side. Hold on. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. So I'm going to pull off, let me just see here. There, we want that all the stick to stay on there. And I am going to put this down onto this sheet. And this is just going to make for really quick and easy laying down of all of my scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for another one as well. And let me just see here. There we go. And I had to alter the size of the strips, the length of the strips for my second card. And that was because I had to make up for, I ended up cutting out a larger arch, and I want to be able to see more of our beautiful colored strips. So we're going to do 2 different lengths of strips. I am going to do one more. I'm going to get it ready to go, just because I think we're going to have time to do this one. Last one. I've done some pre-coloring and everything. There we go. Okay. So all of our adhesive sheet strips are ready. Now, before I start, I did work a little bit more on April's card club. You guys may have seen the little snippet of this one, but here is your full card. This is from a new suite that's coming out this week, actually, and it is the Botanical Textures. And in that suite, there is actually 2 sets of paper. There is an all natural beautiful set, and then there's a black and white set. So because I love both, in April's card kit, you're actually getting a quarter package of each. And although we are doing 4 different designs, for 3 of the cards we'll make 2 of, we're going to do one in the natural and one in the black and the white. So I think they're going to look stunning. Here is your second card. Isn't that beautiful? So there will be a black and white version of this one too. So registration is open. It'll be open till the 10th. And these are brand new products that are coming out. So, you know, if you are a hobby demo, you're able to, or a demonstrator, you're able to grab those right now. But if you're not and you don't want to lose out on the chance to be able to get them while they're available, then just pop it into your registration in the next couple days, because I'm going to start my ordering, and I do have an option in which you can chuck in. Oh, there we go. You can chuck in the bundle, and it does save you a few dollars doing it that way. Okay. All right. So I've pulled off, these are the adhesive sheets, and I've pulled off and exposed the stickiness to this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start and just have some fun with these strips. Now for me, visually, I have to go kind of sideways just because of where the camera is. And I'm going to just start laying them down. Okay. Now, these are all the exact same width this way and this way. So these are 3 3/4 by 3/8. I often work in 1/2 inches, but for this I wanted it to be a little bit finer so we could have some different color combinations in here. And I love this one. Slightly different color, and be able to see more strips rather than just a few of them. So I'm going to pull this one this way, and I'm just off centering them ever so slightly. Okay. So for today, like usual, I'm going to start off with a very simple design. And then I am going to find different ways to step it up. You already know that I'm going to be doing some texturing, and I am super excited to see what these textures look like when they're run, because I think they're going to be gorgeous. Now I'm not overthinking my colors. I'm laying them down and just going for it. I'm going to end on something neutral. Okay, so there is one of them ready to go. Okay, this is going to be so cute. It's actually going to be an adorable card and a great way to use up your scraps because it's going to look so effective in the background. I'm going to pull off this one, and this is my 3/4 inch. Now, because I got to put it this way, because I misjudged the size of the stamps because of the I didn't read the front of the packaging when I was planning. I had to go ahead and grab, now hold on, that one's a longer one. I got to make sure these are all at 4 inches. I got some longer ones in there. Let's get those out of there. Yeah, these ones are all at 4 inches wide. Yeah, so these ones are slightly wider. Okay. For this one, I'm going to just go straight across and line them all up. And they're all going to be right together. Okay. Now, the fun part with a card design like this is that, of course, your color combinations are endless. You could do, as I've been working with lots of neutrals yesterday, getting ready for April, you could definitely do, could you imagine like smoky slate, basic gray, gray granite, white and black? Like, I think that would look amazing. And then pop something on the front of it that has a pop of gorgeous color, like coming off of a black and white background. So I am going to play with things a little bit more with some more scraps later today. I'm going to take Jimmy for a little walk first, and then I'm going to come back into my craft room. I've got lots of time today. I'm so excited. It's going to be another crafty day for me, which I love, and I'm going to get busy just kind of experimenting with some different color combinations, and I'll even do the same card in a couple color combinations, and then I will do maybe use some different graphics on the cards as well, so you can just see the variation that you can get out of this really easy technique. Doesn't take a whole lot of extra work. I mean, it's a matter of cutting all of some scraps, which you could do. It's kind of mindless cutting, right? Now, what color do I want to finish off in? I think I want the pink. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we got that one and that one. Okay, now I am going to do one more. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the regular sizes, and I'm going to just quickly lay this down. Now I'm going to do this one really fast. Okay, and I'm going to use up all of these, and I'm going to vary it a little bit. So I'm going to do kind of a stepped up of the simple design in a second, and I'm going to do that by running some texture over top of this once it's all put together. Okay, so you can check that out. Let's see, I'm going to add a little pink in there, a little darker blue. Okay. Now, as I was doing this, I had to trim, of course, some of the sizes down a little bit. And then my mind went to, what can I do with all these little pieces? And as I was looking at the different sizes of the arches in the die cuts, I thought, oh my goodness, how cute would some of them be cut into little tiny arches and use them as tags. Okay, so this one I'm really kind of going rogue on my different colors here. Let's see, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. What have I got left is the question. I'm gonna do a light blue, like that. Okay, all right, backgrounds are done, easy. And look at all these strips I still have left to play with. My goodness, I could get another 3 cards out of all of that. Okay, so I'm now gonna take now that I've got them all done, and see how much easier that was for mess. Like, I've got no sticky glue marks on anything. It's perfect. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to glue this down to a white card base. Okay, and I'm gonna take some dimensional. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of dimensional on this for popping out my focal piece, which I've already got ready to do. So let's grab, let's see. Got to grab everything from where I was creating last night. So I'm going to start by just popping this on. So all I want to do for this first one, I mean, we are going to be just stamps, ink, and paper, but look already what we've done with just paper. Like, it's so pretty. Okay, there is our backdrop. Isn't that fun? So fun. I love it. Then what we're going to do, let's see. I'm going to pull in a little stamp from here, and it's kind of like just a little starburst stamp. And I need the little sticker. I don't have my sticker on here yet, but that's okay. So I'm going to pull in this little tiny, just kind of like a starburst. And I'm going to take my Versamark. This is the one that was looking good the other day. And I'm just going to add just a few little stars in the backdrop. Now, and I'm going to do a few over here. So I'm not going to do it all over, but I'm going to do just a few. And the fun thing with the Versamark, as you guys saw when I made some cards the other day, is if I were to add clear powder to it, it would make it shiny. And I could definitely do that. But for this one, I'm just going to, I want to do one more kind of here. Instead, I'm going to just stamp it because I want you to see how just stamping with the Versamark, it comes out more as it sits there, but see how it does just like a little watermark on it as well. So just another way in which you can use your Versamark for just a simple, easy backdrop. Okay, now I've got, let's see here, my little paper snips, and I'm going to stamp out our cute, adorable cupcake. So this is the cupcake that we're going to use on here. I love it, and I actually like the fact that it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, because of course I thought it was going to be well, 15% smaller than this. So I'm excited because it's actually going to be a bolder, bigger cupcake on our card, which is so fun. But I just had to adjust my little arches for our stepped up card. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little bit of coloring here. I've got actually the last two already colored up and ready to go, but I'm going to do this one with you here, and I'm going to use the light and the dark Pool Party. I'm going to use a little bit of coral. I'm pulling out colors, of course, that are within our beautiful backdrop, and I use some of my favorite colors for the backdrop as well. So let's do a little bit of Pool Party down here, like this. So what is everybody up to today? What size is the cupcake from the stamp set? It is this one here, and let's see. I'll measure it up once I cut it out for you, okay? But first, let's do our coloring of the stamp set of our little cupcake here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a swirl in our icing. So I'm going to go in with some coral color here. This is the light Calypso Coral. And let's see who we've got. Looks delicious. Oh my goodness, I have my hubby is watching. Hello, hello. And Krista, which stamp set is the cupcake from? What size is the cupcake? Well, I will give you all the info here in a second. I'm going to color it up. It is not out yet. It is not released, this cupcake. It's adorable, this one. And it is, I think, an awesome size. It is from the Arched Wishes. So this is an online exclusive that's going to be released in a couple days. And the best thing is if you already have the everyday arches, which if you don't, they are pretty amazing. And I'll show you again, like all the different sizes in the die set. But the everyday arches and the arched wishes, all of the greetings coordinate with the different sizes of the arches. So it's like a secondary set, and I love it when they do that they have come out with, so that you have got Lost Lagoon. This is what I want. You've got more options and stamps and greetings and stuff that coordinate with the arches. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go with that. I want, not quite yet, I need a little confetti on those cupcakes. So I'm gonna bring in, I think, a little bit of coral. Watching from Phoenix. Yes, my husband has escaped to the sunshine. Lucky guy. I was pretty lucky last year and got to go down to Phoenix with him. It is amazing down there. Nice and sunny. Okay, so the downside with this amazing cupcake is it is a fussy cut, or some like to just call it a fancy cut, right? It's not too bad because there isn't a whole lot of crazy curves in the cupcake, so it's easy to do. There we go. So it's a quick and easy cut, and I've got a couple more that I'm going to be cutting out for the next couple cards. What else can I tell you about while I'm cutting? Oh, Friday. Now, if you are local to Victoria, I am hosting a coffee, cookie, and cards on Friday morning, starting at 9:30. So 9:30 to noon. Now, I have not done one of these for quite some time, and I'm excited to do a little in person and have some fun. So I hope that if you are local, you want to come and join, and we can have a fun little social time on Friday morning. Great way to start the weekend, and you get to create a couple cards. Okay, so I do have this one here that I'm going to just quickly cut out. I'm going to get all my cutting done first. I'm waiting, putting them together, that's going to be the wow, and I'm making you wait a little bit. I know, nasty of me, but I'm going to just quickly cut these out. Might as well do all three. And I've also done one other thing to step up our basic design, and I've done a little bit of stamping on some designer series paper to do the cupcake wrapper. So you know how you go and when you go into the grocery store or specialty bake shops and stuff, they have all those fancy wrappers for the cupcakes, and it's so fun when you are making cupcakes to be able to put fancy wrapper on there. So I wanted to be able to do that. First time watching, welcome Chris. Love it. If you are first time watching, let us know and where you're watching from. Okay, so here is a little wrapper, so I'm going to put that one on there, and it just makes for a fun polka dot wrapper cupcake rather than just a plain old cupcake, right? I'm going to add sprinkles on that one too. Let's do our last one cutting. And we're going to put all these cards together at once. It's going to go quick, and we're going to add texture, arches, you name it. We're doing it. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, and you get to just kind of come and relax. I wanted to have some sort of little social spot. I thought about, getting together at a coffee shop somewhere, but then sometimes it's often super noisy, and you know, there isn't maybe all of the space that we need to all gather together. So I have got my tables out and I hope you'll come join. I posted on, it's pinned to my featured section, everything that's going to be going on this week. Because I've got a couple times that I'm going to go live this week. I'm going to do a little blue wrapper here. Let's see here. I am going to do today. Tomorrow I'm going to do, I think tomorrow I have as my step up. I'm going to do a little bit of a step up design tomorrow rather than Tuesday. Just because I have got, something has come up for Tuesday that I'm doing in the evening. So instead I'm going to do my step up design tomorrow. So I will be going live tomorrow as well. And then I am going to add a Wednesday night because I want to use some more products that are just being released and kind of show you some of those things. So have a look at the little agenda that I've got. Fun things to check out. Look at how cute that is. That's sweet. So that you don't miss out on everything that's going on this week. Okay? Because there's going to be a couple things added in. We're going to add a little happy birthday onto here. And then we're going to do a very, very quick and easy stepped up version. We've already stepped up our cupcake. We're going to add a little wrapper onto it. We're going to pick which one we want, but I've got one for both cards coming up. So we're going to add a wrapper to it, which is automatically going to kind of just step up that design a little bit. I have to get a piece of scrap white, and I'm going to do a happy birthday, I think, in white. Let me just see. On white, but I want to bring in a darker color that also coordinates. So I'm going to bring in the pretty peacock for the happy birthday. Okay. I know I love these colors too. These are some of my favorites. I love anything greens and blues, but I love all the different shades that we have got. The Lost Lagoon, the Pool Party, and the Coastal Cabana are just so pretty together. And then mixing them in with the pinks and corals. There we go. We're going to just do a little happy birthday like that. So we're going to, let's see, do we want to put it up top? Or do we want to put it, I don't want to cover up my cupcake. So I think we're going to put it up here. And I'm going to offset it amongst all of our different layers. So we're going to pop it up this way, and then we're going to add some sequins, and that's our first one done. Then we're going to run a texture through our second one, which I think is going to look very cool. And then we're going to add an arch on our third one. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put this one here. I'm going to add some embellishments. Let's see. What should I use? I've got some pretty pinkish ones. I'm going to get rid of my samples for Card Club. I'm going to pull in these ones here. These are a flat profile one. So they're low profile. And so therefore, they're perfect if you are mailing stuff off, because then you don't have to worry about extra postage. So I'm just going to sprinkle a couple of these on here like that. Okay, so there's our first card. Pretty, right? Easy, basic, cutting, paper, stamps, done. Okay, now I am going to magically transform this with, ooh, I think we're going to do the corrugated 3D, because I have been waiting to try this one out. So we're going to add this texture to our card. Okay, now I want it to go this way, the opposite direction of our stripes, and we're gonna see what this looks like. Do you know what I have to do first? Anybody remember our steps? Before we texture, we have to stamp, right? So if you are going to stamp anything on your paper before you texture it, you need to make sure that you do that first. So I'm just gonna add just a few of those cute little bursts onto the page, and then we're gonna texture it. Okay. All right, well, let's do it. Chuck it in here. Oh, I can't wait to see this one. All right. Now I'm gonna run it through. Just adds a little wow factor. Look at that. Love it. Okay. Now we're going to add it onto here like that. Look at how cool that looks. Love the little crinkles. Okay. We're going to just glue it down like this. So this was my little quick add-on because I really I wanted to see what the this texture looked like, because it's gorgeous. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on my little piece here for my wrapper. And do we need, I think we do need a little confetti on here too. Doesn't that look, it does look awesome, doesn't it? Okay, never too late. When you guys come in and you're like, I'm so sorry I'm late. Never too late. I'm glad that I just happened to pop up in your feed and you get to join in the fun today and learn some ways in which you can use up all of those little scraps. Okay, we're gonna put that on there. And maybe, just maybe, oh yes I do. I mean, Simi, we are stepping it up ever so slightly. How are we doing for time? Okay. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of fun on the back of here. Just, oh, I need a little bit more. Hold on. This is some gorgeous Pool Party satin. It's like a twine, but it's really soft. So I'm going to add just a little bit on here just to kind of pop it out of the back of our cupcake, just so this cupcake stands out a little bit more. Okay. We're going to put this on here. I might need an extra dimensional because I got so much stuff piled on the back. The back doesn't have to look pretty, everyone. It is the front that you want to look fabulous. So we've got that extra little bit of shine there. And then we will do our happy birthday on our piece of white. And then we're going to add some pretty sequins again. So I think I'm going to stick with this dark color. I'm trying to think what other greetings we have in this set. We got Make-A-Wish. Those ones all have a curve to them. So I think I'll just stick with the happy birthday. We'll put it here. On the next one, we're going to actually use the arch. And we are going to add a greeting on the arch instead of on the happy birthday. Okay. There we go. Just chop that. Now I could do, what might look cool is just a little crooked cut. I will often do a little crooked cut, which I just use my scissors and I purposely cut it on different crazy angles. But this is already done. So we're going to go with this. We're going to stick it right there. Love it. And we're going to add our pink sequence. And there is our little stepped up texture. We're going to add one here. And we're going to add one up here. We're going to add a few extra. Get that out of there. And maybe one down in this corner. There. Okay, so there is our textured. Does the Versamark show up without heat embossed? Yes, it absolutely does. The Versamark, that's a great question, Donda. Yeah, the Versamark ends up looking like just a faint watermark if you just stamp it on your cardstock. So it is perfect for, yeah, if you just want just a very faint amount of an image in the background, like a big stamp, often look beautiful done that way. That's what you can use. Okay. Now for this last one, I just want to make sure that before I texture it, I'm not going to add anything else onto it because we're going to use our arch. And I'm just trimming this up like that so it's nice and flush. I'm going to pull in our next texture. Okay. This one. This is going to look interesting. I wasn't sure about this one, but I do like the fact that it's got a lot of movement in it. So we're going to texture that one. Let's see what it looks like, okay? Oh yeah, I love it. Look at that. That looks pretty impressive too. So this is, again, it's one of those extra large ones. So you could do like 2 whole card fronts in there, which is awesome. Or you could do, I mean, it's the same size as a regular card base. But I often just stick 2 card fronts in there and texture them both at the same time, all the layers. Okay, so there is our crazy texture. Okay, this is where we've come from. Love that. Okay, and it's kind of suits what we're going to do with our arch here next. So I'm going to bring in, I have pre-cut an arch, and I had to alter it ever so slightly, again, because of the sizes of the stamps that we're using. So I did make it slightly bigger. Here it is. And this is going to go right over top like that. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We are going to stamp on here. So I'm going to get in I need my larger block. I've already done our cupcake. And this is going to be definitely a different look. But it's going to highlight the cupcake fantastic in the middle of the arch. And I wanted to have texture coming through and the cupcake on the texture. And this texture, in a way, the movement of it and stuff reminded me slightly of what icing could look like on a cake. So that's why I thought it would be a good one to have in the backdrop. Okay, so I'm going to put onto our arch. You are simply fantastic. I got to make sure I got this right. Go. Oh, it did not stamp. I didn't hold it enough. I'm going to use the back side just because I don't want to have to cut another one. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So you want to make sure that you press down and hold it long enough. My mistake, trying to rush. It does look like icing, doesn't it? Okay. There, better. You are simply fantastic. So the stitching's on the wrong side, but that's okay. We're going to be okay with that. So I'm going to pop this on here like this. Isn't that cute? We're going to pop it out. And like I said, there is so many, I love all the stitching on this side, but that's okay. There is so many amazing different projects made with all of these arches. So these are, like, there are so many different sizes in here. And it's perfect because you can use these tiny ones for like little greetings with a curved edge to them. And there is like a little hello and a couple small greetings in both of the stamp sets that you can use those. And again, I'll show you the actual stamp sets in a second, because this greeting here is from the Everyday Arches. So I'm going to pop this one on over top here. And you can see why I wanted to have the paper just slightly wider, because I want to be able to see all that texture everywhere. And then we're going to add our little polka dotted cupcake cover there. And we're going to put this on the inside. So cute. And then, I mean, you could, just deciding, I don't think I'm going to put any ribbon in behind this one. I think I'm just going to let the texture do its thing, because I think that looks cute just as it is. I am going to do maybe a little tiny, I'll do a bow on maybe the cupcake wrapper for this one, just to decorate it up a little bit more. Okay, and we'll get a little glue dot. Add it. Let's see, I gotta see where I'm gonna put it. Do I put it on the cupcake or do I put it on the side of the arch is the question. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna do it right here on the corner of the cupcake like that. And then we'll let the tails hang down just a little bit though. We'll trim it up slightly like this. That is adorable. I'm going to add a little one there and one here. Then we're going to add just a couple amongst here. So let's do 1, 2, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I like to do things in 5. So I'm going to bring in another small one, I think up here in the corner like that. Okay, so that is our little panel. We still have to add it onto our card, right? So we're going to pop this onto here and we're going to frame it out, and then we can see how cute this all comes together using our strips of scrap paper. That's what I love about this. So I could add another scrap, like I could have made it a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We're going to just go with this. I think that's cute on there. Look at how sweet that looks. But you could frame it out a little more. And if I had added one more strip, again, I was going with the size of the stamps that I thought they were before I realized they were bigger than what was on the front. I would maybe add another 3/8 of an inch, which would have framed in our frame slightly more. But I think that looks pretty adorable just as it is. Isn't that cute? So there are some ideas in which you can take literally scraps like this and turn them into backdrops like that and just run them through some tiny through a little bit of texture or not. You could always just stamp on them, which I think looks really pretty too. This you don't need to die cut or use a machine for. This we added some texture, and then we added the die cut of the arches. Okay, so there you have it. 1, 2, 3. This new stamp coming out. Like, look, we've got balloons. Balloons would look amazing, like a balloon up here coming down. So we've got cheers to another year of you. That one actually would have fit on there as well. That would have been cute. Make a wish. This could have been stamped across the background as well. We got our little sparkle. We got stars, confetti. So that is a great birthday set and a nice add-on to the set that we already have that goes with the everyday arches. So this is the other one here. And again, all of these greetings fit into the arches, right? So even the little tiny ones. And then all of these greetings fit into the smaller arches like this way, right? For your greeting, which is beautiful when this is on an edge of your layer and then have that curved edge. It just looks so pretty. It just adds so much extra to the card. So those two go with the everyday arches. So this is a bundle that you can get. This one here is going to be a standalone stamp set that will be released coming up in 2 days. 2 days? 2 days? 3 days. March the 4th, March the 5th. I will let you know. Don't you worry. Okay? All right. So let us give away a fun fold. And then I am going to go walk one dog that has been patiently waiting. We're meeting up with a friend and we're going to go for a nice walk. So I have got a fun fold here. And I will be sending out a full instructional video. This is a class that has 3 cards, all die, there's die cuts in there, but everything is ready to go. Then you're going to get a full instructional video sent to you, and you will be able to make 3 fabulous fun folds. Okay, so I'm gonna give this one to you. Have to be within Canada for me to be able to ship this to you, but I'm gonna go for comment number 7 today. Lucky 7. We're gonna go lucky 7 today. Okay, here we go. Wait for the comments to go. There's always a slight delay, and then all of a sudden they start. So number 7 is going to grab a fun fold kit from me. Let's see. There we go. 1. There is 1. Let's see. Do we have? Now, what happened to my? Hopefully, I am. Oh, there they are. 1. I knew all of a sudden they would just start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Barbara Donald, 7. You are lucky number 7. You are going to get the fun fold. So I'm going to mail this one out to you. Okay, Barbara? Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Danielle Young. So yes, if you want to sign up for April's Card Club, I am going to be posting today. Make sure you look for it in my feed. I'm going to be posting, it'll have a little sneak peek of this card here, and then it will say a link in the comments. I've got a form that you fill out. If you are within Canada, I can send you a kit. The kits are $45. If you want to add on the new bundle, which is beautiful, and it has all these stunning rectangular dies, then it's $125. Saves you a little bit in there because it's, I think with taxes and shipping and the kit, it ends up being about $128 or $29. So I take a little bit off there. And then if you are not within Canada, though, I can't send you a kit, but I do have an option that you can do a full PDF, which they look like this. This is the last 2 months, and they are like full color with extra visuals on the back, full color PDFs, and then I have a 2-hour full instructional video. So that is an option for everyone as well. There is an option for that in Canada or outside of Canadian residents for the PDF and the video. Okay, so you'll find all that stuff in the link actually that I posted in the description. You'll find the link to that, April. All right. I have got one dog that's bringing me a ball, and he's making some loops around my craft room. So that tells me it is time for me to go for a dog walk. I am not sure why I can't get back to my full screen right now, but I'm just going to say goodbye, everyone. Have a great Sunday. I hope you get to be crafty, and I will see you soon. Okay, I will see you on Monday night. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Take care, everyone. Bye. Now, let me just see. Oh, there we are. I just want to shut down.